What's up, you YouTube mother truckers? We're talking about an interesting one today. We're going to be getting into some Force Gemini. That's right. Back in 1999, Rare released this for the N64. Now, if you don't know what the N64, if it was before your time, it was before my time too. But there's a lot of nostalgia that goes into this game for a lot of people, so I'll try to be a little bit nice. I know, shocking. I can be nice? Holy shit! But yeah, no, this is an interesting game, and right away I was like kind of happy when I saw the little pooch, and then I saw the fucking hot-ass blue-haired chick. What a surprise I had when I saw that there was a chick with blue hair that was hot. I mean, we live in 2023 where you gotta add at least 200 pounds to that chick with blue hair. Ooh, no, he made a fat-phobic joke. Oh my gosh, cancel him. Do it. Do it. Cancel me. I'll end up like Shane Gillis, the biggest creator on this platform. So leave it in the comments. Subscribe to my channel and hit me with a like if you want to see more jokes like that. But right away, this game kind of starts off, and it starts kicking it into high gear, slapping some beautiful clit. I mean, it's bulbusing, and we're slapping it. And you get like a whole ass war going on where all these things are like ants are attacking these things like gremlins before they were gremlins. I cannot remember what they were called. Please tell me in the comments what they were called. But yeah, you're on this whole spaceship. It's like, it kind of gives me vibes, and even the music in this game gives me vibes of that Tim Allen movie, you know, where he was in space fucking Galaxy Quest. What a great ass movie. If you haven't seen it, you need to check that shit out. And this whole game starts it off, and like right away stuff starts going bad for these people on the spaceship. And it's funny, whenever the chick runs, you can see her panties, and it's funny because he's wearing like actual like Master Chief ass armor. I wonder if her panties are like laser beam proof, if she's just got like the super secret laser panty defense force. I've heard of bronze chastity belts that can block any sword or penis from entering the vagine, but I have not heard of a laser protecting chastity belt, and that must be what she has. Now, if they ever remake this game, I probably would suggest cutting the fact where you can see her panties that up and close. Like, every time she runs by, it's like white panties in your face. And I know you knew what you were doing back in the 90s, Rare, giving her those baddie-ass titties, fucking panty shots. You guys were some pervs. I appreciate it, but I know when they remake this, and I know what you're thinking, well, wouldn't you want them to do the exact same thing? I want this game to be able to be played by, like, younger people, and, like, come on, panty saw shots with good graphics, we're gonna see camel toe. And right when you start to see this invasion, this is where I knew the game was gonna be hype, right? Because you're fighting the bugs, kind of like Earth Defense Force. You know that's gonna be what your main enemy is. But the way they make their entrance on this planet was perfect in Rare fashion. Now, I will have my gripes with this game and why I don't fully get to the end of it, but I do have to say I love this old school style Rare humor, this dry ass squish the wizard dude on the ground right in front of you, shock and awe. It's funny as shit, and I miss this humor coming from Rare. Not that Sea of Thieves doesn't have a ton of this humor, because it does, but the biggest part of Sea of Thieves is more the camaraderie of you and your homies being pirates. So, like, smashing people on the ground, leaving these things orphaned and crying is so fucking funny. But when we get to the gameplay, I have, like, some good pros that I'm going to start off with, because I know that there's a lot of nostalgia here for this game. The shooting when you're just running around, perfect. Fucking, it feels good, it sounds good, the sound effects are good, the different weapon varieties, great. The issues I start to have is because this is just a straight up port of an old game. Now, when I look at this game, my biggest issue is the fact that you didn't get options to like switch the fact that you don't want inverted controls. Because if you're the type of idiot that likes inverted controls, you probably have an STD and like hunting people down in alleys. Is that an unfair criticism? Absolutely. But I stand by it because I do not care. You see, my first game that I ever played with guns in it was Halo 2. And Halo 2 didn't let you choose what direction you wanted to have your aiming, whether it be inverted or non-inverted, by a little thing at the beginning of the game, which was super intuitive and super genius. They did it in the first game as well. These old older N64 games, I understand that they were being experimental because it was the 3D world was brand new, it was shiny. Let's try some different shit out. And I gotta applaud this game for it, but I do not have to appreciate it. I don't have to like care and dump tons of time into something that's going to make me completely infuriated. Considering the way you look around when you're not zoomed in aiming is by the bumpers. Or not the bumpers, the triggers. You use the triggers to like move your camera side to side. That is so stupid. That is so dated, so fucking garbage. And that sucks that I'm coming at this game so hard when I look at the atmosphere, I look at the level design, I look at the weapon design, the sound design, everything else with this game I love. But when it comes to the actual mechanics of the game, they feel so fucking dated that they outdate the game itself. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I'm not making sense right now. All I know is that it made me completely irritated. When you go to use the right joystick, the one that's usually for looking around, it puts you in like this weird crouch bullshit. Not to mention that you jump using the joystick as well. Weird. Why? Like, why? And you might be thinking, well, he's mad because old game plays like old game. Well, I mean, I've played old games of this type of genre, right? Like, we're gonna give you a good example. Alice, American McGee's Alice. That game still controls fairly well to this game. Now, I think this game actually looks a bit better than American McGee's Alice, but considering the fact that they came out 2 years apart from each other, and America's McGee's Alice holds up so much better because it's not a nightmare of a game to control, is such a benefit to me when I'm going back and playing it. See, this game plays like it came out in an experimental era, which it did, but it just did everything wrong for its time. Now, does that mean this game doesn't have tons and tons of potential and it's oozing it everywhere, just like when you get too excited watching like a Delphine OnlyFans or something? I don't personally do it, but I know some of you creeps in the audience do. I know y'all are a bunch of simps, but that's okay, because I'm not here to judge you, but secretly I am. I'm judging you hard. But yeah, I look at the potential oozing from this game, and I thought, wow, they could have done so much if they would have made this into a series. And even if they pulled this game out from the depths of the rare replay and brought it back to a modern audience, put in some modern controls, this game would get so many eyes on it. I just had this feeling that it would just be universally loved. Because I look at some games that came out recently, like El Paso Elsewhere, that have that retro style graphics but control like a more modern game, and I think, wow, Rare could be or Microsoft could get somebody to go back, take some of these old Rare games that held up visually and re-release them with modern mechanics, and they could be just sitting on piles and piles of money. And I don't know why they don't do that, especially for people like me and the younger audience. Even further, they're not going to jump into a game that plays this obscurely compared to what they're used to. And I know that's going to upset a lot of people watching this video, but it's absolute fact. It's the truth. That's just how things are, and I'm sorry I'm the one that has to break it to you. But I'm also going to tell you right now that women like it when you lick the clit really hard. And if you didn't know that, well, that's probably why you're sitting alone listening to this video and not eating pussy somewhere. It's little things like this that you have to know, that you have to just accept as a reality. Because I think this game could be a success. I think this good game should be pulled out of the vault. I think it should be put on every screen that has an Xbox. I think it should be ported to PlayStation. I think it should be ported to the Switch so everyone can experience it the way it should be experienced, with modern controls and stuff like that. I mean, just those quality of life features to really go in and improve it on that would give this game a new life, and I know it, and I would love to see that, and I would love to see it get like a more modernized sequel, something to really capitalize on what it was trying to do here, because I hate seeing something with this much potential be lost in obscurity, kind of like it is. I mean, I didn't even know about this game until I decided to do this series that I'm doing right now, where I play all of Rare's old games. I mean, you can look at the sheer colors and scope of what's going on screen right now. I know it's hard to see because they got the weird square in the middle, but that's what the gameplay looks like on Rare Replay. And I do appreciate that I get to look at that chick's ass every time when I die. I'm like, ooh, nice booty on the right side there. I mean, the one dude's just staring at me like he's judging me. Like, you haven't stared at her ass. You're probably pounding her pussy dry every weekend. Calm down. But yeah, no, I want to see this game brought up to a high definition. I want to see the potential that this game had fully like visualized. I think that that's what this game deserves, and I want more eyes to know about it, more people to know about it. Even if they go in, I want people to, maybe if you are nostalgic for N64 games and you have not played this, go back and give it a shot, because the character development you get with this game, even without dialogue, because there isn't much voice acting, there is like dialogue dumps, but it's reading. But the cutscenes show this like be a built character better than most cutscenes do today. Most cutscenes today are just gonna have two characters sitting there talking to each other for a obscene amount of time. Cutscenes here were like they're going in and doing cool shit. Like you see this little like guard, this little gremlin guy, they're kicking over buckets while they're like beating him like a slave, which is totally not cool. Don't stand by slavery, not based. And then the chick shows up with her sexy ass laser panties and just starts putting him into the ground. Cool. I know that she's a based person that I want to be around, even though she has blue hair. And when she gets kidnapped, I feel like I need to go save her. And that this cutscene, without any dialogue, was able to convey that better than most cutscenes are able to convey stuff today. So when I look at this game, it's a mixed bag. It has tons of potential, but I cannot finish it because of the dated gameplay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to have tons and tons of more content like this. I'm going to do every game on Rare Replay. Maybe I'll lump some of them together, because some of the ones from the 80s aren't really much of anything, and I don't think they deserve an entire 10-minute video just on them. But let me know, do you want me to do a 10-minute breakdown on every single Rare game, even the really, really old ones? I mean, the ones that are a little newer, I will give them their fair due. But let me know in the comments below. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next one.